Hey everyone, I'm Mike from the ParkProdigy.com, and did you know that there's a Universal Orlando hotel room that can cost you over $888 per night, but that there's actually a comparable room about a 10-minute walk away that costs you $243 per night. In fact, both of them are actually a short walk to Epic Universe. Both of them get you early park admission, but one of them costs $645 more per night than the other. And that's why on today's video, I'm going to break down what I believe to be 3 of the most underrated Universal Orlando hotels that I feel most families don't even think about or want to stay at for their next Universal Orlando family vacation. But I'm talking about the ones that give you the same walk, the same perks, and in some cases the exact same experience as the Signature Collection hotels for a fraction of the price. And I even pulled real hotel prices to give you an idea of exactly what I'm looking at and what I'm talking about. So if you are in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip and you have not booked your Universal Orlando hotel just yet, just be sure to stick around until the end of this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, I'm about to break down what I believe to be 3 of the most underrated Universal Orlando hotels. Okay, so starting off with my very important notes here that I do have to state and kind of get out of the way early on in this video. Now, am I telling you that these 3 hotels are better than every other Universal Orlando hotel? Absolutely not. Will these hotels fit every single family? Absolutely not. I think that's the most important thing that I've learned from my 3 underrated Universal, from my 3 overrated Universal Orlando hotel videos that I put out, is the truth is I probably think about this a lot differently from you all at home. We are Universal Orlando travel agents. We sell Universal Orlando all day, every day. I help so many different families. And the most important thing to keep in mind here as you're watching this video is that every family has a different goal. What might work for you and your family at home doesn't necessarily work for the person across the street, and so on and so on. And that's the amazing thing about Universal Orlando is they have a hotel type budget style for everyone. I am just kind of talking and bringing to light some of the most common issues, or some of the most common, in this case, pros that people find when it comes to Universal Orlando hotels, and some things that you might not think about that might help your decision on where to stay at Universal Orlando. Is this the end all be all? No, this is just my opinion. With that said, let's have some fun now and let's start to rank the 3 most underrated Universal Orlando hotels given the situations that we typically will see. And starting with number 3, I'm probably going to get so much hate over this, and I have Loews Sapphire Falls Resort, which used to be a Universal Orlando sort of quote-unquote preferred hotel, but it actually got upgraded and it is now part of the Signature Collection hotels, which are really Universal's nicest hotels, and that's why I feel like this hotel probably gets so much hate and why people don't even think about it when you compare it to some of the other Universal Orlando hotels. So why is that? Why would people not consider staying at Loews Sapphire Falls Resort? Well, first and foremost, the biggest issue in my opinion is that it does not come with the free 2-park express pass, which is part of a benefit that comes with the Hard Rock Hotel, Portofino Bay, and Loews Royal Pacific Resort. Now, what I would say to that though is Universal builds the price of the express pass into your nightly rate, right? So when it comes from a Signature Collection standpoint, typically Sapphire Falls is going to be the cheapest Signature Collection hotel. And I would say because of that, people typically just overlook it. It's kind of in a weird spot where it's like the cheapest of the Signature Collection hotels. In recent months, Helios Grand Hotel has only been a couple bucks more. I would say typically we see it $50 to $100 more per night for that regular standard room. And also from a dining standpoint, because it was quote unquote a preferred resort, it's sort of at a disadvantage when it comes to its quick service location. So I will say the downside here, one of the cons, is definitely that the quick service does not have a very big location to sit and eat. You kind of definitely have to grab your food from the quick service and go and find a spot in the lobby, which could throw some people off. And I completely understand that. What I would say is if I compare this hotel to, let's say, Helios Grand Hotel, I really enjoy the restaurants at this hotel. I wasn't crazy about the restaurants in Helios. The only restaurant that I actually really enjoyed within Helios itself was the pool bar. So take that with it what you may, but I actually thought that from a quick service standpoint, Sapphire Falls has the advantage versus Helios Grand Hotel. And I also am a big fan of the Strong Water Tavern, which is the very popular rum bar with Caribbean tapas and different rum selections that is located at this hotel. And so here is where it might be a good fit for some people and why I feel like it is underrated when it comes to Universal Vacation. If you're going to Universal Orlando, let's say for a couple of nights, specifically in my mind, let's say those families who are possibly going for horror nights, that's the main focus of your trip. You're not really crazy about rides, you're not crazy about Epic Universe, and let's say that you don't really need the Universal Express Pass. However, on the flip side, you want to have a nicer hotel where when you come back at 2 a.m. in the morning from Halloween Horror Nights, you can order room service to your room, but you don't want to splurge on the Hard Rock, which is going to be more per night. This is the perfect hotel for you. I love the amenities at Sapphire Falls. I think it has an amazing pool. In my opinion, the only other pool that I enjoy more at this point was actually the pool over at Helios. So I will give Helios the slight advantage there, but Sapphire Falls does have a really sort of fun pool for the kids. It has a water slide, has zero entry aspect in certain aspects of the pool. This pool is huge. I also find Sapphire Falls to have a really fun arcade. The gym is getting a little dated, but it has a really good gym. I think for the price, you get some really great amenities that you might not have access to at the value or the prime value hotels at this point. And so if the Universal Express Pass is not the most important thing for you, but you do still want that sort of elevated hotel feel, Sapphire Falls, I think, could be a good pick for you. What I did for this video is I looked essentially at the same price in November for all of these. So I looked November 13th to the 17th, and so my price for Sapphire Falls for the regular standard room was $524 per night. When I compare it over to Helios, Helios was $638, so again, right above $100 more per night. But you'll see the Helios Park View room, which is going to be a very important kind of talking point of this video, is a lot more than that. It's $888 per night. And then the Hard Rock Hotel was $892 per night. So when you compare Sapphire Falls to the Hard Rock, that's almost $350 per night less to stay at Sapphire Falls. The other thing that folks kind of really enjoy about Sapphire Falls is that water taxi. So again, if Epic Universe isn't a big thing for you on your Universal Orlando trip and you do want that water taxi access to take you over to City Walk and really the original two theme parks, you have that at Sapphire Falls. It's also super close to Volcano Bay and you definitely can walk from Volcano Bay. I think the other thing people look past too is you don't have a great quick service, but in my opinion, this is just how I vacation and how I sort of quote unquote hack the system. I walk over to Aventura Resort constantly when I stay at Sapphire Falls, and they have a great quick service sort of selection over at that hotel that you can take advantage of. Now, what I would say this is the pricing definitely has an impact on sort of is this not a undervalued hotel? $524 per night, in my opinion, you're definitely paying sort of peak going into Thanksgiving week pricing. I really feel comfortable with this hotel. I would say around the $400 to $450 per night range, and you definitely can find it there. And so it's just another hotel that I do think you need to keep an eye on if you're still unsure. And of course, if the Express Pass or Epic Universe is not the most important thing for you. Okay, now moving over to number 2 on the list of the most underrated Universal Orlando hotels, and we're staying within the same area, and this might come as no surprise to some folks, but we have Universal's Aventura Resort. So I feel like Aventura might get overlooked just because it doesn't look like your typical theme park hotel. There's no volcanoes, there's no Italian village, there's no rock and roll. It just kind of has this like sleek glass tower look to it. But what I would say is that plain exterior might be some of the reasons why it could be underrated and why most people don't think about this hotel when they think about a Universal Orlando vacation. So let's start with some of the pros here, and one of the biggest benefits in my opinion is that it is one of the smallest hotels on Universal Orlando property. So it's super convenient. And I got so many comments on my overrated video that I did, and so many folks told me I was wrong about Cabana Bay. But I think what some people might not realize is that convenience is really important to a lot of folks. I mean, I remember back in the day, people would fight online about the Disney Swan versus Dolphin, and everyone loves the Swan because you don't have to sort of walk that long to your room. But this is the reality of booking a hotel. A lot of folks do want convenience, and when you start to compare hotels where you have to walk outside, walk down corridors, walk 10 minutes to your room, when you have a hotel like Aventura, which is pretty much the lobby, hotels that take you directly up to all the rooms, a lot of folks do prefer that. Now, also what I would say is I really enjoy the rooms here. I think the rooms are a little bit more elevated than, let's say, Cabana Bay, which is right across the street. That really is going to be the logical comparison. I really like the room layouts, and I also really find it fun with the sort of how like it feels like the Jetsons where everything is in the future. So you have the iPad in your room that controls the lighting, the temperature, your TV, even your streaming. And they have robots that sort of act as like the bell services. So they'll bring anything you forgot, like a toothbrush, toothpaste, up to your room. We've spoken about the quick service at this hotel, but I really enjoy it. They have a bunch of different variety, which is one of the things I love. You can get sushi, you can get different bowls, you can get burgers, pretty much everything you would expect at a quick service location. But they also have a really fun rooftop bar, which you can go up and have some great panoramic views of all three parks. And this is slightly closer to Volcano Bay than to Sapphire Falls. Now, of course, we have to look at pricing because that does have a big impact on how sort of underrated is this hotel. So for the same week in November, the 13th through the 17th, Aventura came in at $249 per night. When I compare that to Cabana Bay was in at $239 per night. So only $10 less for a value resort. And I get it. I understand. It has a lot to do with the fact that Cabana Bay has a ton of amenities, but I also know that that's not everything for some folks. You might just want a place to lay your head at night. You might just want a convenient, quieter hotel where you can spend a lot of time at the parks, but come back and have a decent pool. But the truth is that's not it for everyone. And I feel like at the price point, if you're not paying a quote unquote premium for Aventura, you're paying around the same price at a hotel in the value category. I really feel like this is a great hotel and a hotel that I love at this price point. And when you think about it, when you start to look at, okay, even Sapphire Falls, like I said, if you're really trying to get a great deal, I try to sort of grab it in the 400s. Well, Sapphire Falls was above $500 per night. So what does that tell you? This is half the price. And I don't feel like it is half of a downgrade, if that makes sense. And that's really where you have to start to figure out, well, like, what is most important for you? Is a big pool part of your trip? Because if not, then hey, again, Aventura could be a great sort of spot for you to lay your head at night. Is having those sit down restaurants a big part of your trip? No, not really. Well, then again, they have a great quick service location and they're pretty much located right in the heart of the original campus. They're super close to Volcano Bay. Like I said, it's a short bus ride, shuttle ride over to the original two theme parks. I really love the location. And I also think they have some really great views because of sort of how the hotel is set up, but that's just me. And that's really why it's so important to get a feel for what is most important for you and your family. And if you are trying to figure all of that out, but you're unsure where to start, well, hey, that's where we come in. We are full-blown Universal Orlando, you preferred travel agents. And like I said, we do this all day, every day for our clients. At the end of the day, listen, these are just my opinions. I am really trying to help you figure out what is the best fit for you. Because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing. That's what you're trying to figure out at home. And I understand that. I don't take any of this personally. If you disagree with my hotel selections, no problem at all. I will help you figure out what is the right hotel for you. If you want to learn more, you can actually fill out the free questionnaire down below and you can get the help from me, my team, and we would love to help you put together a bunch of different options to really narrow down what is the best fit for you. But over to finally number one on the list, and we have the most underrated Universal Orlando hotel, what I believe at this point in time anyway, and we have Universal Stellanova Resort. Again, on my last video, I got a lot of comments saying these hotels are mid. They're super basic, not worth it. And here's what I would say. So I understand that these are not going to be as over the top themed as, let's say, Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort, of course, as some of the Signature Collection hotels. But what I would say is when you start to look at the pros and the cons here, I do feel like this could be one of the most underrated hotels based on what might be important for you and your family. So Stellanova is a prime value resort, and this is sort of the tier right in the middle. So it's not super cheap, but it's not super expensive. But I feel like the location here makes it a very interesting sort of hotel for you to possibly stay at, and that is because it's located on the quote-unquote Epic Universe campus and is actually within walking distance. It has its own walking path to Epic Universe. And what I found personally is it's probably about a 10 to 12 minute walk from the lobby to the gates. I will say there's definitely almost no shade, so that is a huge downside here. But what I would say is if you're doing those early mornings for early park admission and then walking back late at night, they might not be a huge thing. But where I think you need to consider this hotel is if you're sort of only staying at Helios Grand Hotel because of that quote unquote main entrance, I think for, you could see here, more than half the price, you can have a great alternate option. And so when we start to compare just a regular standard room at Stellanova compared to the regular standard room at Helios Grand Hotel, Stellanova came in at $243 per night. Now Helios Grand Hotel, the regular standard room was $638 per night. So it's a significant savings. But where I think a lot of people fall into the trap is if you want that theme park view room at Helios, which is really what sort of you see on Instagram, and that's really what catches most people's attention, it is a huge increase. So you're going all the way up to $888 per night. And for reference, that's right around the same price as you can get the Hard Rock Hotel, which gives you that free express passes. And this is where you have to start being honest with yourself and saying like, hey, I was looking at Helios because of the theme park view room. I want to be in the sort of Epic Universe bubble. You're spending a lot of time at Epic Universe. You want easy access in and out of this park. But when you start looking at that pricing, I mean, it's almost triple the cost per night. That is a significant amount of money. And so again, if you want that sort of nice hotel that's super close to Epic, walking distance, has a decent pool, it's nothing over the top. But what I feel like is at those prices, I love those hotels. I think I spend a ton of time in the parks. I constantly want to be at Epic Universe for early park admission before everyone. I think about this stuff all day, every day. That's what's important to me. I want easy access to and from the parks. And I definitely feel like I have that at Stellanova. I also really like the food court. Is it anything, the Cosmos Cafe and Market, is it anything over the top? No. Have I always had a good variety of food to enjoy? Yes. I don't really feel like there's a lot to not like here. It has a really cool lobby bar for those Halloween Horror Nights if you want to grab a drink or just grab a drink before you go over to City Walk or to go grab dinner, whatever it might be. I really enjoy this hotel at the price point. And like I said, if Epic Universe is the most important thing and you feel like Helios is just too much out of your budget, or you're kind of fighting with yourself like, hey, we're not spending days back at the pool at Helios. Do I really need to spend that type of money? I don't feel like Stellanova is a bad hotel choice for you. But that is pretty much it, everyone. Those are 3 of the most underrated Universal Orlando hotels in my opinion. I really hope that you found this video helpful. And like I said earlier in this video, if you are in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip and it seems like you need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. We would love to help you plan an amazing family vacation. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I do have a special promo code you can go use to save an extra $50 off that next Universal Orlando vacation. And that promo code is going to be MAGIC50. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys again so much for checking out this video. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.